All right, I wasn't quite ready there, but I'm ready because you know what? We have to be ready. We have to be ready if we're going to keep on going through these lessons like a steam rolling bull moose. Can't stop me now. It's our free will. And I will show you how. So we're doing another review lesson, and it's just a tiny little paragraph, technically, for lesson 201. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. But in the book, there is some instruction for this review period that will go through up to, I feel like, the next 20 days. So this, it goes on for frickin' ever. It literally goes on to 221. So yeah, I'm going to read this because it will guide you for the next 20 days or so, and it will guide me. So I want to read it, even though I'm late for work, even though I don't really have a certain time I have to be there. There's a time where I think I should be there. So God bless my freedom. Thank you. But also, I feel like sometimes when I'm running late for what my ego thinks I should be doing, and I say, you know what, I'm going to actually do this instead, that's really good for me because I'm the one who's declaring with my own free will what will be happening in this dream. So my priority is to do my lessons, to do my forgiveness work, to clarify my mind, to undo all the crazy things that are in there. So for this review, we take but one idea each day and practice it as often as is possible. Besides the time you give morning and evening, which should be not less than 15 minutes, and the hourly remembrances you make throughout the day, use the idea as often as you can between them. Each of these ideas alone would be sufficient for salvation if it were learned truly. Each would be enough to give release to you and to the world from every form of bondage and invite the memory of God to come again. So they're very important. It's the ones we've been doing. Now we're going to go over them again. 15 minutes morning and night and all throughout the day. When I do these videos, you know, I have to understand that even if no one watches them, it gives me a chunk of time to sit and invite the memory of God to come again into my mind. With this in mind, we start our practicing, in which we carefully review the thoughts the Holy Spirit has bestowed on us in our last 20 lessons. Each contains the whole curriculum, if understood, practiced, accepted, and applied to all the seeming happenings throughout the day. One is enough, but from that one, there must be no exceptions made. And so we need to use them all and let them blend as one, as each contributes to the whole we learn. So yeah, very important for us to hear this. These practice lessons, like our last review, are centered around a central theme with which we start and end each lesson, and it is this: I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. So we're going to hear that a lot, and we're going to learn it to be true. The day begins and ends with this, and we repeat it every time the hour strikes. And I think they do make apps for that to remind you every hour. So every time the hour strikes, or we remember in between, we have a function that transcends the world we see. Beyond this, and a repetition of the special thought we practice for the day, no form of exercise is urged except a deep relinquishment of everything that clutters up the mind and makes it deaf to reason, sanity, and simple truth. So we will attempt to get beyond all words and special forms of practicing for this review. For we attempt this time to reach a quickened pace along a shorter path to the serenity and peace of God. We merely close our eyes and then forget all that we have thought we knew and understood, for thus is freedom given us from all we did not know and failed to understand. There is but one exception to this lack of structuring. Permit no idle thought to go unchallenged. If you notice one idle thought, deny its hold and hasten to assure your mind that this is not what it would have. Then gently let the thought which you denied be given up in sure and quick exchange for the idea we practice for the day. So here's what you do. When you are tempted, hasten to proclaim your freedom from temptation as you say. So you have a thought come in and you recognize its idleness and you don't want it. You know this, right? You're smart enough now to recognize it. You say, this thought I do not want. I choose instead, and then you fill in the blank. This thought I do not want. So you have a bad little vision come in, you have a twisted daydream, you have a judgment, you have a grievance, you have a blast from the past. The ego likes to interject those when you're just sitting down to relax, right? It just brings up something out of nowhere. You say, this thought I do not want. I choose instead peace, love, happy thoughts. Fill in whatever you want, but fill in something. Tell your mind what to do. And then repeat the idea for the day. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. And let it take the place of what you thought. Beyond such special applications of each day's idea, we will add but a few formal expressions or specific thoughts to aid in practicing. Instead, we give these times of quiet to the teacher who instructs in quiet, speaks of grace, and gives our thoughts whatever meaning they may have. Okay, so to him, I offer this review for you. I place you in his charge and let him teach you what to do and say and think each time you turn to him. He will not fail to be available to you each time you call to him to help you. Let us offer him the whole review we now begin, and let us also not forget to whom it has been given as we practice day by day, advancing toward the goal he set for us, allowing him to teach us how to go, and trusting him completely for the way each practice period can best become a loving gift of freedom to the world. Okay, my mouth is reading, but my brain is going back to sleep. All right, so that's review 6. And that is going to cover lessons 201, which is today's lesson, to I don't even know, 221. I don't know. It's like 20 freaking reviews, pretty sure. So anyways, that's the review. Good for you. And then we're starting with lesson 201. I am not a body. I am free, for I am still as God created me. That's going to be the theme across all the reviews. And today, the first one, we're going to review lesson 181. I trust my brothers who are one with me. No one but is my brother. I am blessed with oneness with the universe and God, my Father, one creator of the whole, that is myself, forever one with me. So I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. And in that review, in that understanding that I am one with everyone, there are no exceptions. If you can understand this one lesson, boom, salvation. We're going to do them all. But even in this one, I trust my brothers who are one with me. It could be just like that. So I am blessed with oneness with the universe and God, my Father, one creator of the whole that is myself, forever one with me. There are no exceptions. Everyone is one with me. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. Jesus for lesson 201 said, hey, you've got trials and tribulations. Well, you know why you have all those trials and tribulations? Because you are trying to be something you are not. You're trying to be what your parents wanted you to be, your friends, society, your ego. You're going against who you truly are, and trying to be something you are not will give you trials and tribulations. So it's all about your free will. You're here on this dream, this planet, this place because of your own free will. And even though A Course in Miracles is the gentle map home from fear, from the world of the ego, we have to go slow with you. It's a journey. You are love. So be free and know that you are here on your own free will. And because of that free will, everything is your choice. So you can choose to clarify your mind. You can choose to take the journey through your consciousness and go home to God. You can choose with your choice of free will to erase from your consciousness all that is untrue. It's an undoing. It's an undoing. So you're going to stop trying to be something you are not, and you are going to be what you truly are. You are love. You are free. So be free. Be loving. Be forgiving. Be peaceful and be kind. And be as God created you. You are love. So the idea of reminding ourselves every hour, we're just really going to have to dive headfirst into these reviews and really let them encompass you, infuse you, guide you, be you. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. So attention everyone with body issues and dysmorphia. Like, this is a great aspect of the course for you, because it really puts it into perspective if you can retrain your mind. Because when your mind gets obsessed about things that you are not, or gets obsessed about convincing you to be a sort of different way, you have to undo that, or you will never, ever have peace of mind again. So I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. So this review, we're doing the one that probably challenged us the most, trusting our brothers. Because right away the ego says, yeah, but remember when she did that to you, or he did that to you, or how can you trust anyone when people are getting like shot and murdered and, you know, everyone's being crazy? Like, the ego is really going to have a lot of valid justifications for not doing this lesson, for not believing this one. I feel like the best way to bypass that is to say to the ego, yeah, you're probably right, but in truth, there is only one, God. God is all that is, therefore we are all one. Therefore everyone, even those jerk faces, are one with me forever, one with me. And then it doesn't really matter how the ego judges other people. I can still take a step towards the truth, understanding that we are all in this together. We're all one. Even the jerks, right? So then we'll get the ego kind of settled down a bit. No one but is my brother. These mother truckers, they're all my brothers. I am blessed with oneness. Yeah, I'm so excited, ego. I love that we are all one with the universe and God and Father and one creator of the whole that is myself, forever one with me. So it's just a step towards, but I'm excited to pound into this demented head. I am not a body. I am free, for I am still as God created me. Again and again. Pathwaysoflight.org. Welcome to the reading, A Course in Miracles Workbook Lesson 201 Insights. Review. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. I trust my brothers who are one with me. To the Holy Spirit. What is true about one brother is true about every brother. There are no differences. There is no specialness in Holy Spirit's sight. Today, my practice is to see every brother as the Holy Spirit sees them. That is how I return home. That is how I remember the truth in myself. My brother is not his or her body. Everyone is free. Everyone is still as God created them. No one is their mask. No one is an individual self. My lesson today is to trust the truth in my brother. I am learning to practice seeing past the false identity today and every day. This is my pathway home to freedom. This is my pathway to happiness and everlasting peace. The truth of one united mind is true, and nothing else is true. I have another day before me to practice again, remembering this truth. In this world, it seems impossible to really trust anyone. It seems there is always the possibility that their interests will conflict with mine in some way, and a friend becomes an adversary. This is exactly why this lesson is needed. The reason we feel we cannot trust is because the trust is misplaced. Of course, we cannot trust an illusion. Illusions can shift and change with the slightest whim. The body is an illusion. In this world, when we speak of trusting people, it is usually in terms of what they do with their bodies, because we identify them with their bodies. As I practice remembering that I am not a body, I am free, I am still as God created me, I must also remember the same is true about my brother. Then the most natural thing in the world is to trust my brother because I see him as one mind, the same mind as I am. When I accept and know I am as God created me, I know I am absolutely trustworthy. What God creates is love and nothing else. So I must be love and nothing else. Love is forever itself, unchanging, forever giving, eternally one. That is what I am. Trust in love is fully justified. And because what I am is what my brother is as well, trust in the truth about him is fully justified. If I am tempted to see him as anything other than love, to identify him with his body, then it is time for me to declare, this thought I do not want. I choose instead to trust my brother, who is one with me. When I can do this without reservation of any kind, my heart will be filled with the joy and peace of God, for I will have remembered him in my brother. Together, we return home. The last few sentences of this review have the power to lead me home. I need only accept them wholly, believe them to be true, and I will know my freedom. I will know my identity as an extension of love. I was asking Holy Spirit for a way I could visualize being one with my brother. The phrase that came to me was wearing my body loosely. I thought of easily shrugging off my body as one would a cloak. But then what I saw was a body-shaped mass of light. I am so attached to my body and to the idea of me as a body. I am having trouble releasing this idea. I thought about myself as light. I saw a light switched on in a dark room. The light has no shape. It diffuses until stopped by something like the wall. I turn on another light. I don't see two separate rays of light. The light blends seamlessly. I can't tell what light comes from which lamp. It is just light. So I visualized myself shrugging off the body and appearing as formless light that just goes on and on. Other lights join me. My ex-husband, my daughter, my manicurist. As light, there were no personalities, no alcoholics, no Vietnamese. There was just light. Not my light and their light, just light. When I first started learning this concept, it didn't mean much to me. I read it and said, okay, I believe this. But I didn't really know what it meant. As time went on and I practiced it, it became more meaningful. Now I feel like I am so close. I almost know, which means I almost accept, because in reality, I have always known. I think I have resisted that knowledge because of body identification, because of specialness, and because I wanted to hold on to the idea I am unique. I've been wearing my body tightly, like a woman in a girdle, uncomfortable, but afraid of losing my shape if I remove it. I am going to practice my lessons faithfully and trust that the Holy Spirit will support my efforts and I will succeed. pathwaysoflight.org. So yeah, like we can definitely dive deep, deep, deep into these tiny little review lessons in the book. So I am not a body, I am free. I am as God created me. I really like that Pathways of Light analogy or way of trying to get our minds like to see, like, if I'm light and you're light, how could we ever tell where the light begins and ends, because it's all the same light? Yeah, like when you turn on all the lamps in your room, you don't know what light is coming from which lamp. You just know that that room is really well lit. So that's a nice little goal to have for your own life. Just light it up. Just light it up and accept the light from all your brothers, because it's the same light inside of them, inside of you, inside of everything. So that's that. All right. So anyways, welcome to your review, lesson 201. 201, you guys. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. I trust my brothers, who are one with me. No one but is my brother. I am blessed with oneness with the universe and God, my Father, one creator of the whole, that is myself, forever one with me. I am not a body. I am free, for I am still as God created me. While I'm in this body, you know it. I'm just going to smack it down.